Hi guys, so today we're going to be making some apple crumble cupcakes. They're really good, really easy. They're a little bit trickier than kind of a simple cupcake, but once you get to grips with them, they're really good and everyone loves these. If you serve them with hot custard, they're really amazing. Right, so we're going to start with a tablespoon. And you are going to have 1 tablespoon of sugar, 2 tablespoons of flour. I'm going to do 1 tablespoon of the softened butter. You're going to pop in half a tablespoon of your cinnamon and just a pinch of ground nutmeg. You've got to get your hands a bit messy here, so we're just going to start crumbling all the ingredients together. The final consistency that you're looking for is just how it's coming together now, so quite big crumbs. We're now going to bake that in the oven. It'll dry out, make it nice and crispy. I've got a baking tray here lined with baking paper, and you're just going to sprinkle the crumbles on. Get the excess out, and really spread that around. And I'm going to pop it in the oven for between 5 to 10 minutes. Keep an eye on it so it doesn't burn. While that's crumbling away, we're going to add the ingredients for the batter into our mixer. So we have got 220 grams of self-raising flour, 220 grams of brown sugar, 200 grams of butter or margarine. I've used margarine. I always use margarine in cake batters. I think it makes a lighter cake. I'm now going to whisk up the sugar, flour and margarine. That's mixed together and it's slightly crumbly. I'm now going to add 4 eggs into the mixture. And once you've added the eggs, you're going to mix it all up again. The crumble should be nicely crumbled now. It's nice and made. It smells absolutely delicious. So we're going to leave this to cool now and carry on making our mixture, because this is going to come in handy a little bit later. This is mixed together, and I'll just bring this up to show you. You've got a really nice, smooth consistency there. That's what you're after. And now we're going to add our baking powder, vanilla, cinnamon and nutmeg. 3 level teaspoons of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. I absolutely love cinnamon. Tiny pinch of nutmeg. Pop that in there. You want about 2 tablespoons of vanilla. I use vanilla bean paste. So we're going to mix all that up again. Now the next step is to take some cooking apples, and you're going to peel them, core them and very finely slice them. You need between 3 and 4. These are really quite big, so I've only used 3. And you can of course feel less guilty about eating these cakes because they've got some fruit in them. That's what I tell myself anyway. YOLO! Now you've peeled your apples, you are going to slice them up and finely slice them. Get them. Sorry, apples. Cool, line. I can get a bit tedious cutting these apples, so my slices tend to get a bit bigger. I tend to find it passes the time. Sometimes I think about my ex-husband. Right, all the apples are chopped up now, and we're going to take this bowl off of there, and we're going to mix them in, pop the apples in, and stir it all together. So that's all mixed in. I've got pretty filthy hands, filthy from cake. So I'm going to wash them, and then we're going to pop them in the baking tray. So there will be a few lumps and bumps, so don't worry about getting it too flat. It's just going to pop in there. It always reminds me of a little dog thing. You're going to pop them in the oven for around 20 minutes. In a preheated oven, you want it to be around 170, 175. Right. So I'm going to pop these in. Good luck, cakes. Now you've made your basic buttercream mix and we're going to give it a bit of an apple crumble feel so it's still in keeping with our cakes. So really easy and simple, you're going to add a tablespoon of brown sugar and a teaspoon of cinnamon. We're just going to mix it up again for a couple of minutes. Now because of the addition of the apple, they won't rise as much as you would expect other cakes to, especially because there's self-raising flour in there and baking powder. But they are perfectly springy to touch. And you can see those lovely big chunks of apple are all soft and gooey and cooked. While the apple crumble cupcakes are cooling, I'm going to have a quick clear up and get ready to ice them. So everything's cooled. We've got a lovely cooled apple crumble cupcakes, the crumble which I've taken out of the baking tray and popped into a bowl, and our lovely cinnamon buttercream ready to use. Let's get making. I'm going to use a pallet knife. Mine's a little bit squiggly, that's fine. I'm going to take a nice dollop of the icing. And what I tend to do is just scrape off, even it out, scraping off onto the sides of your case. And then you're just going to use your palette knife to go around, scrape off any excess. So you can kind of do this one of two ways. You can sprinkle your crumble on like so, but what you can also do is just grab your cupcake and push it into the crumble. I'm going to make some custard and serve them. This is the yummy bit. I love these cakes, they're so good. Got lovely warm custard. I'm just going to drizzle that all over the cake. That is a good dessert.